Greetings, programs. Welcome back to ArcNeo Reviews, where we're experiencing slight technical difficulties of a new form right now, due to some changes to my desk layout to work because of work. Yeah, I am actually sitting even further away from the desk now than I used to, because I can't slide my tripod up under the desk anymore. So we'll be figuring out a workaround for this as soon as possible. But while I'm dealing with that, I still wanted to come by and prattle on about, well, this guy, the new Legacy Laser Optimus Prime, which I'll spoil it right now. I absolutely love the heck out of this figure. I wanted to get it on the show and talk about it. My stupid channel. But yeah, I love this thing. I wanted to prattle on about it. Obviously, this is a figure that comes with a full trailer, so really quick, go ahead, do the full thing. Get the obligatory roll it around out of the way. This is an absolute unit. So yeah, there's quite a bit to go over here. But really quick, just because I've already got it here in this mode, and I know it's what people are going to be wondering about, here's how it looks next to the, the Earthrise Optimus. Clearly mine has got, some upgrades on it, so it's not exactly stock, but you still get the basic idea. This guy's a little bit shorter, about an inch or so longer. And really quick, just to go to just the cabs, you can see, yeah, this is a long boy Optimus. Most of the engineering for the very obvious Optimus legs, because Optimus legs are always in the same spot, it is basically the same as the Earthrise figure, very similar in many ways. It's the torso where he's different. And while we're at it doing cab comparisons with recent Optimus figures, here he is with the Siege Optimus. So you can see he's a lot bigger than the Siege one. And because it is strangely relevant, here he is with the Deluxe class Reveal the Shield Laser Optimus, which I believe this was like the last major version of Laser Prime before this one, so you can see how they compare. Because I know this is most likely the figure that people will be looking to this one and going like, is this going to replace this? My opinion, yes, simply because to get this one at trailer, it's a crap load of money from a third party. But yeah, really nice truck mode. I love this cab. Nice little bit of sculpted detail here in the smokestacks. Got an Autobot insignia there. I could be wrong, but I almost feel like the flames are more of a molded detail than an actual painted one. I could be wrong, but either way, it's done really nice. Nice dark blue, clear for the windshield. Relatively clean, little bit of a hole right there in the back. Not a big deal, especially since, you don't really see it in any normal viewing angle. As well as, we'll go ahead, bring the trailer in just for a second for now to get the weapons out of here. So, really quick, yeah, here's your weapon storage for inside the trailer. You've got two slots vertically on each side like that will tab into these little tabs here on the sword. And then the kind of goofy looking axe, not gonna lie, you'll see this weird little H shape on each side. It's got a little piece there on the back that plugs into that. We'll look at the trailer more a bit later. But main reason I wanted these weapons out is there's also weapon storage for the cab standalone. It's a little hard to see, but there's actually two slots right down in here that will line up with these two tabs. And if you can actually do it right, which again, this is me and weird angle issues, not the actual figure. You can go ahead and peg that in right back there. It will cover up the trailer hitch ever so slightly, so keep that in mind if you still want to use the trailer hitch. As well as you've got 2 slots right down here that will let you store the sword, very similarly to how you did on the actual G2 Laser Prime from back in the day. So that's really neat. I really like that they gave you proper weapon storage, in standalone cab as well as, in the trailer. And here, let's go ahead. We'll finish out the trailer first before we move on with this guy. So, what little I did here already is, you've got 2 little slots right there, tabs right there. That is how the trailer itself locks together for, trailer mode, I guess. It does have a conversion, worth mentioning before I try to convert it, you can go ahead and fold this piece down, and it will just act as your stand for letting the trailer be on its own. But to actually transform this thing, go ahead, open this piece up, turn it around. There is a ball joint up on this end of it. Open the sides up. These little pegs are tabbing in right there on either side, the second slots. Fold this down, fold this down, then this piece will kind of tuck into that little slot there. Fold out the gun, and fold out the little claw. And there's your trailer base mode. I'm sure people like Agent Orange will go nuts with this thing, as you do have a lot of pegs in here to work with. There's a lot of room to take, the weaponizers and stuff and actually like build them into turret emplacements on this thing. This section spins if you need it to for whatever reason, as well as this little blaster turns and can point down. It also is removable, just a peg there, which actually gives you 2 more ports as well. It's got a peg on the back and underneath. So, the trailer on its own, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty meh in all honesty. But it's got a lot of ports and pegs and stuff on it. I'm sure people with, a lot of weaponizers are going to go nuts with this thing. There's a lot of potential here, so I'm not going to complain about it. Like, yes, you need other toys, technically, to use it, but isn't that how most toys are? You have to buy more than one for them to really do what they do anymore. So, let's move on from this and get to the actual boy himself. So, transformation on this guy is pretty straightforward, but a little bit more involved than you would actually expect. The whole leg transformation is basically the same as Earthrise Optimus. Fold up the tanks there, get these to unpeg from the knee sections and fold them in, fold out the feet, and then go ahead and unpeg these panels. We've got this section in here that's actually slotting into the thigh, as well as there's a little tiny tab right there that's slotting in right there. Do that, bring the legs down, split them, and everything else is new. So the rest of this is not like, Earthrise Optimus. Go ahead and start by opening up the windshield here. Bring it all the way up like that. Straighten this section out. What will very noticeably become the arms here in a little while. Go ahead and fold down on... it's a large show, but there's a hinge right in here that was folded up for that mode, so go ahead, fold that up. I find it useful to fold these panels up as well. Then go ahead and unpeg those from each other. Go ahead and bring this down like that, and fold this out, and it will lock into place. While that's out and everything's out of the way from here, go ahead and bring these sections out and around. Go ahead and just stick the arms out straight for a little while. Have him, T-pose to assert his dominance. Rotate the hips around while you're here too, just because it's easy. Bring this panel back just a little bit, and then these back sections of these panels will actually tab into slots right there on each side. So bring these up, and then see if I can keep all this out of the way. Get those slotted in. Go ahead, bring this section down. You've got 2 tabs right there that will slot in right there. That gets his torso done. Come back here, just flip up the head, and that little panel will lock into place. And then really quick, come in here, and this red panel in the top of the cab section will actually fold down. Then go ahead and rotate the arms around, and then they will lock into place right there. Open this section up, bring out the hand. Same thing. Go ahead and fight with the shoulder until it comes down and gets in place. Bring that back down. And then finally come to the back here and just close this up like that. And that panel you opened up will actually fill out that section into sort of a jetpack. And there you go. You are already done with Mr. I'm going to shadow my own face for this whole video, Laser Optimus. And some people are really, really getting on this guy for being too skinny. He looks perfectly fine, in my opinion. I'm not going to lie. I like I've said already, I do really like this guy. As best I can, bring the head sculpt in for viewing. Here, we'll just pick up a light and move it. Yeah, really, really nice recreation of the G1, or the G2, I guess, face sculpt. Black painted eyes. There's a little extra silver on that eye on mine. Bummer, but something I can fix when I actually feel like taking the time to do so. Articulation on this guy is actually pretty good. These shoulder pylons are hinged to get out of the way a little bit to let you move the arms. So while you're not going to be getting, your full 360 out of the shoulders or anything, these will get out of the way to accommodate, most poses, as well as that is a ratchet there, soft ratchet, so these arms actually hold in place pretty well. You have that offset bicep swivel from the transformation, which, even though it's offset, it does work pretty well in this mode still without looking too weird, because you do have to go quite a ways for it to start looking a little bit suspect there. 90-degree bend at the elbow. And then the wrists are actually on ball joints, which gives them rotation in this mode. It's a really clean solution. I like that. I like that a lot. The head is on a ball joint, but it's an incredibly tight ball joint. And it really only ends up turning. It doesn't really do much up or down. You can, undo that panel to have him look up if you want. Bring that down the rest of the way. Waist rotation. Legs are the same as the other recent Optimuses, so still have that great range of motion there. All the stuff you want. Overall, again, like I've been saying, in my opinion, really, really cool. Let's go ahead and get some comparisons out of the way. Here he is with the Earthrise Optimus. So you can see he's actually a tiny bit shorter, funny enough. with his new, torso transformation. And there he is with the Siege one, which also obviously is a little bit taller. And then just for fun, here he is with the deluxe class laser Optimus. Yeah, this guy is quite a bit smaller. It's funny. I remembered him being a little bigger because, especially in all the recent talk of, oh, the Voyagers, they're getting smaller, and this is a leader, but it's just a Voyager with a trailer. Yeah, no, at least between these two guys, no worry about the size, being an issue here. Definitely much bigger for this one. And really quick, before I forget, he does have an accessible Matrix of Leadership. I believe this is actually a different mold than the one in... yes, it is a noticeably different mold than the one in the Earthrise Optimus. I also just realized my Earthrise Optimus Matrix is in upside down. How dare I? Dare I? How do? Okay, we'll fix that later because I can't get that out. And yeah, same deal here. This thing is very difficult to get out without using tweezers or something. I don't want to do that and risk anything. He does also have flip up panels here that reveal some clear blue missile pods. Nice touch. I like the way those look. I like them a lot. And then obviously he can hold his weapons. You do have to watch this little notch here on the sword. Make sure it goes in his hand the right way. Go ahead. Give him the axe. And then with these new, I guess they're technically Energon weapons, like they were back in, well, Transformers Energon, where you can combine them. There is also a combined sword mode you can do by just sliding the sword into the axe like that. It looks quite goofy, I'm not going to lie. There's also this little tab here that you can plug the Matrix on there if you want. I don't know why you would want. I'm not going to go through the hassle of trying to dig that thing out and do it. It doesn't look good. But yeah, he's definitely a really good figure. Yes, it would be nice if he had, a little bit more he could do with his trailer. Maybe some slightly better, weapons. And, but overall, still definitely very, very good in my opinion. I like him a lot. And on that note, I will go ahead and wrap this video up. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.